Hey, welcome back to Heavy Hitters. So we had to take a quick little break there. My boy had mentioned earlier he'd never called upon God before, but all of a sudden praying. And I don't care how tough you are. And no, you may not ever show it physically, but you're calling out to something when you're looking
Even
at
if you
charges.
never believed in God, bro, that day you believe in God,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Up in the gang module, bro. I'll tell you what, every time a kite would go past the house, you know what I mean? I'd look on the kite to see whose name was signed on it, and there'd be 3 lines under it. It's all wrapped up in cellophane, you know what I mean?
Just a quick little glance.
If it says Badger and it's all got 3 lines on it, I know somebody in my cell's getting cut, you know what I mean? So I hated everybody, all the
It's
anxiety.
active in there, bro.
I'll be like, damn, man, please. Oh, wait a minute. I'd rather get the kite with his name on it than him get the kite with my name on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. So you're waiting for the cop. You've been held, 72 hours now. Got some serious charges pending. You're in a
72
fucking
hours feels like
hole.
72 years.
Right? You're looking at a grip of time, probably.
I don't know how much, but it's more time than I've ever done, and I ain't looking forward to it.
Right? You've already done more time than you've ever done in the last 72 hours.
72 hours, bro. 18 years old, dude.
So, yeah, but that's happening every day out there. It's happening every single day. 18-year-olds banging for a neighborhood that they'll never, ever see again.
I wasn't even banging for neighborhood. I was just a
Family.
Family.
I get it. No,
I was looking out for mine, bro.
I hear you. So pick it up. We're waiting on the cop right now. Let's see what happens when the cop comes back.
So the CO takes off. He's gone for probably 5 minutes. It feels like 5 days. Comes back, and he's got this look in his face, bro. Like this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, wow. And he tells me, like, consider this your lucky day. I'm like, what's he talking about? You know what I mean?
They're only offering 35 years.
What do you mean? What luck could I have, dog?
Right.
So he escorts me into the courtroom. I get in front of the judge. They basically tell me that the DA didn't have the evidence they needed to file charges. I was released, but they were keeping the case open under statute of limitations for 6 years. So they have 6 years to file on this. So in the back of my head, I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm getting released, but it ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over. You know what I mean?
6 years of dread.
So I feel like anybody in their right mind, that would be enough to stop doing what they're doing, bro.
You would think.
You would think that's enough. That's a little scary. Maybe should rethink our choices and the choices we're making, bro. Because it ain't working out too good for me.
You're just seeing the immediate, I'm getting out.
I'm getting out.
And I'm
Tunnel
sick.
vision. I see the light, dog. I
sick.
see the light, bro.
I wonder if Nacho's going to answer the phone.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Thanks for the ride, Mom. I gotta go. Right?
it's like I go back to my cell. They call me at like 3 in the morning to get released. For any normal hours, you know what I mean?
Never.
They release me at like 3 in the morning. No one knows I'm getting out. I'm dope sick. I go to where they release me. I'm on a payphone. Once again, here I go, mommy, daddy, bro. I mean, call mommy to come get me from jail. She picks me up. It wasn't even the next day, bro. That night I went and got loaded. You know what I mean? That same night I got loaded. It wasn't even maybe 3 hours since I had gotten into my city that I got loaded.
What took you so long?
It's 3 in the morning, dog. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So that right there is one story, and I say that story because for me, anytime I put something into my body that alters my state of mind, I cannot make decisions that are gonna have a positive outcome, and because I can't make decisions that have a positive outcome, my life continues to spiral downhill. Continues to spiral. It's like a snowball effect. It starts as a little thing, so you get deeper and deeper and deeper, and it gets bigger and bigger. More problems, more chaos, more insanity, more broken promises,
More consequences.
more
period.
consequences. Like I said before, I'm in charge of those are the choices that I made, bro. And at that time, it was never my fault. It was everybody else's fault. So I'm like, in my head, it's your fault. It wasn't my fault. If I did it, I would do it right. You know what I mean? It's your fault I got busted. You know what I mean? I got busted because this person told on me. I'm in jail under these charges because this person, not because of something that I did.
That you did, I get it.
It's because
accountability just wasn't there.
I didn't even see it, bro.
Right.
You know,
That's okay because it freed you up to do this. Go ahead.
which this? I have a lot of this.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, you know, that was never enough. I got into, you know, everything you could think of. Like I said before, the money is now an issue. You know what I mean? I don't have money, so
But
I'm
I
gonna
need
take your money.
But I need money.
I don't have anything to sell to get money, so I'm gonna sell your stuff to get money. You know, and I stole from my parents. I stole from my friends. You know, I stole from anybody who had anything I could get my hands on worth value to get what I needed to get well. And because of those choices I made, I ruined a lot of relationships that took a long time to get back, you know.
What a lot of people don't realize is the shame and guilt of just stealing from family.
Well, I'm
Later,
gonna tell you, the shame and guilt ain't there when you're loaded, but
No,
when
no,
that wears
later,
off and you
later.
wake up the next day dope sick,
when we have to look at our part, you know,
Right.
mom's wondering where her fucking wedding ring is, or her meat jacket, or
brand new fucking iPod.
iPod. So that's just little shit. Yeah. But it's the shit that we have to live with when it's time to fucking do our inventory.
And no matter how much step work or inventory you do, I mean, doing the step work makes you feel better, but you have to live with those decisions you made for the rest of your life, bro.
But that's why we make amends too,
Right.
right? So
And you know, I got loaded with my brother for a long time. You know, he was my right hand man. I was his right hand man. We were always there for each other, whether we
two
were in the
rights,
right
no
or
one got
wrong.
left.
You know what I
Two
mean?
rights, no one got left.
Right. And whether he was wrong, I was always there to be there for him. Whether I was wrong, he was always there to defend me. You know what I mean? That's just how it was. Right or wrong, we were there for each other. And because we were always, our relationship was super strong, bro. You know, and we did a lot of things today that I regret doing. But at the same time, those things made the relationship we had. So it's hard to say. Would I take it back? I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Because that developed into a relationship that I live with to this day. Like, we had a super close relationship, whether we did right or wrong, you know? And I looked up to him, bro, from a young age. From a very young age, I looked up to him. He's my older brother, you know? And we made a lot of poor choices. We let a lot of people down. We made a lot of broken promises.
For
You
sure.
know, the lowest story, bro. You know what I mean? It was either it was a holiday. I can't remember what holiday it was. All I know is the holiday where we had turkey, bro. I know it's turkey 'cause my mom took it out of the freezer,
You
and
guys sold it.
we didn't sell a turkey, dog.
Okay. Just checking.
And it was you know, Southern California, it's always hot, bro. You have heroin, you leave it around, it melts, dude. You don't want melted heroin, you can't use it. You know what I mean? So I stuck it in the freezer, dog. Stuck it in the freezer over that chill out, so in the morning it would be good to where I could use it. So it's not all melted.
So you had Mexican brown turkey.
No, what happened was mom pulled the turkey out, dog. I saw the heroin behind the turkey, dog. Ruined the holiday, bro. You know what I mean? And I made promises, bro. I'm never gonna do that again. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do the right thing. I got this. You know what I mean? The next day, boom. As soon as
Until you leave your wallet out.
boom, bro. Empty promises. Not even did I want to promise. You know what I mean? I knew this was all just bullshit, bro.
Right.
And but the look in her face, bro, I'll never forget. You know what I mean? That look of just sheer disappointment, dude. Like tears, bro. You know, how did my son get like this?
Now is your brother shooting dope too at this time or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we both are.
I mean, I don't mean to bring him up. You keep bringing him up, so I'm assuming you guys are fucking
No, right. I don't got one
outlaws
story,
together.
dog. It is what it is.
Right.
You
So
know. And we're both getting high together, and you know, we'd always tell each other, "Hey, we're gonna get this." You know, it got to a point where we wanted
to get
to get clean,
right.
to have a normal life, and we just could never get it together at that point. You know what I mean? I remember him coming into my room, bro. You know what I mean? After 3 days of kicking, be like, "Can't do it no more. I can't kick no more." You know what I mean? We were never on the same page at the same time. Either he was getting loaded and I was trying to do right, or I was getting loaded and he was trying to do right.
Just like couples, bro.
You know what I mean?
You guys were a couple in a different way.
And he'd come around and be like, "I can't do this no more." He's like, Like, all right, bro, you know what I mean? I felt bad. If you feel bad, bro, you see your brother come in and he's not feeling good. He's literally going through hell, bro, from a kick. You know what I mean? This ain't, it's not nothing to play with, bro. A kick, the heroin kick is no joke, dog. You know that firsthand, bro. You know what I mean? Vice versa. He's getting loaded. I'm coming in his room. Hey, open the door. What's up? I'm feeling like shit, bro.
Where that spoon be, homie? Where that spoon?
And and he was more the type person. No, dude, you ain't doing that.
Well, you're
bro.
almost through this, man.
You're almost through it. And I was always the one to give in. You know what I mean? But he was always like, nah, you ain't doing that shit. I had to beg him for like 30 minutes, dog.
Because he didn't want to give up his shit.
That's what it was. So finally, after like 30 minutes, breaks me off a little piece, dog. A little nothing, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean? Whatever. It gets the job done, dog. You know what I mean? Gets the job done, dog. And, you know, that was, that basic little story was basically from the time I was, you know, I got loaded before my brother. He started after me. So that, you know, I would say that's a good 15, you know, 4 or 5 years together of that type of decisions, that type of behavior. And, you know, there were many times that my brother overdosed right in front of me. You know what I mean? I remember being in a truck one time and he got loaded. He's sitting in the driver's seat. Next thing I was like this, snoring, bro. I'm like, what? And you know what I mean? My brother's a big dude, bro, 240 pounds. It's hard to do what you need to do to somebody to get them back to life when they're 240 pounds. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And there were multiple times where I overdosed. You know what I mean? I remember waking up one time in a backyard, dude. My brother had me under a hose, bro. Ice cold hose spraying me to wake me up. I remember one time my brother threw me in the bathtub, put cold water on me. As soon as that shit hit my nuts, bro, I'm awake. You know what I mean? It's multiple times like that, dude. And I had a reputation for when I used my overdose. You know, I mean, that's just how it was. You saw me, bro. I was super skinny, bro. You know what I mean? It doesn't take much, dog.
Hog status in the spoon.
You know what I mean? It wasn't tea, dog. It was coffee looking at that thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you know, there times like that. I wish I would have been stronger, bro. You know, I wish I would have been stronger and like, look, we gotta do this. You know what I mean? But that just shows you how strong addiction is, bro. You know what I mean? You cannot quit until you're at your bottom. You know what I mean? And everybody's bottom is different. You don't have to be homeless in the gutter to have a bottom, bro.
Sure.
Every time I went to rehab, I'm seeing all these dudes, no offense, like you. I'm like, well, shit, I got some time left. You know what I
I'm
mean?
still good.
I'm still good. He's been to prison and he's still here, so I'm good. You know, and then it got to a point where, you know, where I was in, you know, I'll get into a little bit of what ended up getting me into the life that I have today.
Okay.
So I'm in the bathroom trying to get loaded. I look like a damn pincushion, bro. You know what I mean? It got to a point where I didn't have any veins left.
Right.
You know, I'm hitting
Not too
them.
much of that.
You know, and
I get it.
I look like a pincushion. I look in the mirror, see dark circles under my eyes. My face is super pale.
Looking like a vampire on a day pass.
Looking like a pencil.
Like a
you know,
pencil.
You know what I mean? And I had that moment of clarity, you know, just a brief little moment of clarity, probably 30 seconds, where I looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa, what has happened? I mean, how did I get this far into my shit that I'm looking like this? You know what I mean? Because I rarely ever looked in the mirror, you know what I mean? I was living such a fast lifestyle. I showered, put my clothes on, I'm out the door, bro. There ain't no mirrors.
Right.
You know, so I got up, looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, this is crazy, dude. I don't have nothing. You know what I mean? I'm living at my parents' house with nothing, bro. You know what I mean? I have a roof over my head that they let me stay there only so they know that I'm alive, if I'm alive or dead. Not because they want me there, but so they know if I'm alive or dead. You know? And that 30 seconds, I had so many thoughts going through my head. Like, I had images of my mom and my dad and my family and all the shit that I had done. And it was just boom, 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 boom. Of all the bad shit and all the wreckage that I caused. And, you know, that is what led me, you know, that was my step to getting serious about changing my life. You know. From then, I reached out to someone. out here from my city who's been in the program, been active in the program, has helped a lot of people. And I called him like, look, dude, I think I'm ready. You know what I mean? I think I'm ready to finally change my life around. And he's like, well, come in, we'll talk about it. Drove down there, talked about it. Didn't hold anything back. Told me first time ever, bro, in my life where I was honest about shit. You know what I mean? First time ever that I was honest about where I was at in my life and where I was at in my addiction. And that's huge for me. I've never been honest about anything about my. I'm always like, I ain't using. It's not that much. It ain't this. It's that. You know. And I told him, and I was like, I want help. And he's like, all right. Well, he signed me up for his outpatient. Let me rewind the story a little bit, bro, because I left out a huge part, dude. So like I said, me and my brother were using for a long time, right?
Right.
My brother finally decides one day, I've had enough. I'm gonna do this. I mean, goes to treatment. He's like, I'm gonna do what I call a geographical move. He moved to San Diego to go stay with my sister. I'm like, and I talked to him on the phone, bro, and he sounded healthy. I'm like, and for a minute, I felt like me and my brother were back to how we were before all this shit happened. Yeah, I mean, I was super stoked, dude. And we had made plans to go out and visit him in San Diego. My sister was leaving to go out of town to go do something. He had the house to himself. My mom's like, look, let's go stay with your brother, go visit him. It'll be a good time to bond with him. He's got the house to himself. I'm like, I was down for it, you know what I mean? So I had been using all the way up until that point, and I knew my brother was trying, so I had stopped using prior to going out there, so that I could be healthy when I was around him, so he wouldn't have that around him, you know. And he was still drinking. We didn't think drinking was an issue then, you know what I mean? As long as the dope was done, we're good. And I go out there with my mom. We get on the train. My brother picks up from the train station. Super healthy, bro. Color in his face, weight back on, energy, and it felt good, bro, to have that relationship with my brother once again. You know what I mean? I felt like it was like old times before all that bullshit happened. Before all that bullshit happened, you know. And we went out there, and it was just like old times, bro. You know what I mean? Music bumping at the pool, drinking some beers, hanging out, just enjoying the company. You know what I mean? No shady shit going on, no phone calls, no in the bathroom for 2 hours, no disappearing and coming back at night. Just we were there the whole time, and it felt good, dude. And you know, the weekend was getting closer to the end. And the whole time we're there, you know, me and my brother talking about big plans. We're like, cause my brother loved fishing, I love fishing. He's like, hey, let's go out and let's be deckhands on a boat. We can work on the boat. And you know, that could be our job. We can make money. You were talking about me moving out there, getting a place out there, and I was stoked, dude. I was stoked for the future, bro. Super pumped, you know. And my brother drops off at the train station. Remember to give me a hug, tell him he loves me. Get on the train. He sees the train take off. I'm looking out the window. My brother's still there, making sure everything's good. That's how my brother was, bro. Always made sure everything's good. You know what I mean? He didn't leave until everything was good.
Respect.
He takes off. You know, we pull in to the next valley over. Coming in on the train, the next valley over. My mom texts my brother, calling my brother, see how he's doing. You know what I mean? No response, bro. And my mom's like, your brother ain't answering. He's probably with some chick. You know what I mean? He's got the house to himself. He's probably with a chick. I didn't think anything of it. You know, a couple hours go by. Mom was like, hey, your brother's still answering. I'm like, Mom, don't trip. You know what I mean? He's fine. Everything's fine. You just saw him. Look how healthy he looked. You know? And he was, you know, the whole night goes by. No. He's like, what? She's like, why don't you call him? I call him, no answer. Finally got to the point where I call him, his phone would be off. I'm like, whoa, once his phone was off, I'm like, something ain't right. You know what I mean? I thought that I got busted or something. I thought he got arrested or something. That's what happened. You get a buzz, your phone goes off. I'm like, fuck, that ain't good. You know what I mean? That night goes by. He was supposed to pick my sister from the airport that next morning. The plane lands. My sister gets off the plane, goes down, waits for my brother. My brother never shows up. My sister called my mom. My mom tells me, he's like, hey, your brother never showed up to go pick up your sister. That's when I start tripping, bro. I'm like, that ain't like my brother. You know what I mean? If he's supposed to be somewhere, he'll be there. You know what I mean? Especially healthy. You know what I mean? And So I start tripping, bro. My sister had somebody else pick her up from the airport. They drive back to my sister's house. Her car's there, so obviously he didn't leave. You know what I mean? Unless he got a ride or something. They go in the house. Call my brother's name. No one answers. I remember them saying they went upstairs, and they go upstairs and the bathroom lights on, the door's locked.